Now, the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria has appealed to the two dominant political parties in Nigeria to allow power zones to the southern part of the country. Addressing newsmen after its Southeast zonal meeting in Enugu, the PFN National Vice President in the Southeast requests that Ndigbo should be allowed to be president in 2023. Bamidele Ajayi reports.
As Nigeria is set to elect new sets of political leaders to take over from the present administrations. Major stakeholders across the country have been making contributions, sensitizing the public as well as making their voices heard. And top of the agenda now is the issue of zoning, as major ethnic tribes that have not produced precedent since the return of democracy in 1999 are making their voices heard. Importantly, the quest for the power to rotate from north to south, since the incumbent president is serving out, the tenure of the north is gathering momentum. That is why the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria Southeast region rose from a meeting in Enugu to establish a strong position on why power should rotate to the southeast.
The PDP and APC, this is our appeal to you. Can you please allow the South to produce presidential candidates?
The group also frowned at imposition of Muslim ticket for 2023 presidency, insists that Nigeria is not a mono-religious country.
Any political party that dares to make the mistake of fielding Muslim candidates in the presidential election, that the Pentecostals in Nigeria and all well-meaning Nigerians, including well-meaning Muslims who don't want to accommodate such a blunder, that we will vote against that political party.
The group seeks political solution to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, suggesting that it is a solution that will douse the rising insecurity cases in the southeast. The National People's Democratic Party Youth Movement support the rotations of power to the south. The youth group is advocating for more youth participation in elected positions.
Our call on national leadership of our dear party to further prevail on critical stakeholders at various state level to give special consideration for youth who are jostling for party ticket as we commence primaries.
At the end, the clergymen and the PDP youth movement appeal to President Muhammadu Buhari to decisively end the over 3-month academic staff union of universities' ongoing industrial actions. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
And as the 2023 presidential elections fast approaches, youths in Edo State have called on Nigerians to exercise their rights by holding the government accountable. They said this during a session held in Benin City to chart the way forward with the aim of setting standard for the next set of leaders. Our correspondent Paul Ezenwa reports.
This event comprised of plenary sessions on achieving economic growth, improving governance and enhancing social welfare and women participation in politics. It has a cross-section of youths who are here to analyze issues that affect them. The section on achieving economic growth had some of the panelists join via Zoom to speak on the way forward for the country. They insisted that political office holders in the country have failed in translating policies into results because of lack of clear objective and commitment.
A lot of issues are trending in the society. We have the issues of the economy, it's trending. We have the issues of the president, the election in 2023 is trending. We have the issues of people who we need to get it right in 2023.
How can you talk about a country where 1 naira is equal to close to $1 is about 600 naira? When we were in school, $1 at that time was 68 kobo. That same $1 is now 600 naira.
you see a woman that is doing good already at home, she should be motivated and encouraged to step out of her comfort zone.
The youth also identified certain key priorities in governance and politics, which will enable both the private and public sector to come together to drive the country to a positive economic path.
Our expectation of the next presidency of Nigeria, that they empower us, the youth, to become better citizens.
Like, you cannot find women staying together, as in, it's not common, because they always have an issue. So my own point of view is that I don't wish for a woman to be the leader of this country.
It's true. We haven't. You know, like I said, there are women with great capacity for supporting other women. You know, I mentioned it earlier that I can think of 5 women who can even fund not just a women's movement, but a women's political party if they wanted to, you know, but perhaps they would rather fund men. So this narrative has to change.
Although standards and expectations have been set, but at the back of the minds of these Nigerians remains the fear of trashing these good suggestions by the political office holders once elected. Paul Ezenwa, TVC News, Benin.
Well, away from politics now, Delta State's intention to grow the economy of rural communities through job creation for the young rural dwellers is gaining momentum. More than 80% of the pioneer beneficiaries of the Rural Youth Skills Acquisition Program now are running their own businesses. And our correspondent, Ikenna Amici, reports.
Started in 2020, the Rural Youth Skills Acquisition Program, which is one of the several job creation programs initiated by the Delta State government, is to address the huge unemployment with focus on rural dwellers. At this graduation of 786 trainees of the second cycle, trained in 11 different skills for 12 weeks and also coached in some vital business and life skills, the Commissioner for Youth wants them to emulate the success stories of their pioneer sets.
I urge you to take a cue from the successful successors, working in synergy with each other, avoid unhealthy competition. Remember the journey to enlarge your business is through financial discipline and consistency. Invest wisely with what will be given to you today.
For the Delta State governor, who is intentional about making the youth of the oil-rich state self-reliant through hand-on skills, is delighted at the performance of the young people, especially their initiative to form a cooperative society to assist one another.
I'm very convinced that even those of you who are stepping out today as graduates of this program will also be enlisted into the same cooperative. But the more you grow in number, the more shared values, the more you're likely going to be able to sustain your businesses and to support each other. I want to urge us that we need to have the true entrepreneurial spirit. And the true entrepreneurial spirit is to try to grow your business first and not to grow your wants.
Later, the beneficiaries were handed their starter packs as they look set to start their businesses.
And I'm so happy to have my starter pack here. Now I'll have my own workshop. I'll be doing my work myself. And the money I'll get, it will be for only me, not sharing what I have with the other person that has the workshop before.
To ensure that these young people succeed in their various enterprises, the state government set up a directorate of youth monitoring and mentoring, which is assisting them through challenges and difficulties. Ikenna Amechi, TVC News, Asaba.